Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Westland Survival. It is a new update, so the new buff system. Let's get into this. I'm actually quite excited to see what type of buffs and things like that are out there for this. So let's get into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. So howdy partners, get ready to sink your teeth into a whole new level of gameplay with the exciting buff system. With a stronger focus on survival, food, drinks have become a vital part of the game. Providing essential temporary bonuses, all dishes grant a HP boost, which is good. And uncommon and rare dishes offer additional perks like attack bonuses or aid against regional challenges. Please note, southern locations now feature their own regional challenge heat, which functions similarly, also can't even pronounce the word anyway, to cold in the north. Similarly. Oh man, I can't. Anyway, you can have up to 3 buffs simultaneously. Well, that's good. 2 from meals must be different, and 1 from a drink. Furthermore, every new dish grants you a permanent bonus. Okay. When you eat it for the first time. Another big improvement. You've asked it, we've listened. No more death from hunger or thirst. Instead, you'll face combat debuffs, reducing attack, strength from hunger, and slower XP restoration while healing from thirst. But these debuffs only matter in battles. They won't affect you at a safe location like your ranch. That's interesting. I'm not too sure about that. To get a taste of all these buffs, you'll have to expand your cooking mastery. There are 30 different dishes in Westland now. Some recipes require only raw food products, but also ingredients such as ground meat or flour. They are made on a new workbench called the culinary table. God, can't talk, guys. Sorry. Each region's unique frontier culture comes alive in these dishes. Central prairies offer tasty cowboy meals, while snowy mountains reflect Native American cuisine. The region across the river highlights the flavors of southern taste. And Marshland's cookbook draws inspiration from Louisiana, Cajun, and Sorrel cuisine. There are also special regional ingredients, starting with third tier. Blueberry now grows in the northern locations only. Okay. Mustard, tea, and hot sauce and coffee. Tea and coffee are found in regular locations, matching their tier. Mustard and hot sauce are guaranteed drops from bandit camps, hideouts, and neighbor bases. Okay. All of them, along with salt and spices found at timer events in larger quantities than before, can be conveniently stored in the new season storage. So there's a couple of so one workstation new storage that we're gonna have to build today. Major change. Starting with tier 4, both you and your enemy weaponry receive additional armor penetration damage. Wow. That bypasses armor. This alteration enhances battles while significantly reducing the mortal impact of losing one of the 4 armor items. To match the increased HP, the characters deal more damage at higher levels. The item's durability will be adjusted accordingly. The groups of foes have also been revised. Pets become stronger, and healing items restore more HP, synergizing with buff boosted health. Share your thoughts. So this is all interesting. I mean, there's a lot of things happening here, and it is a major update because they did go from 5.6 straight up to 6.0. So it is a major update. So the new buff system and matching rebalances truly create more immersive survival atmosphere with added tactical depth. This major change also opens up possibilities for new tiers to be introduced. That's key, because I would suspect, I've been saying this for a long time, there should be a tier 6 on the horizon at some point. So this could be the gateway for that, and I feel like there should be some sort of industrial tier. So I get more on that later on, if I get to it or not. However, such a large scale changes will require additional tuning, which will also take into account live feedback. So we will certainly be refining and adjusting the system, as well as adding new dishes to enhance your gaming experience. Your feedback is very valuable, so please share your thoughts and help shape the experience. So that's a lot to take in. I know that's about five minutes worth of me talking, but I really thought I should go through some of that and just sort of give you what I feel. All right, here we go. So with this update, food and drinks have become a vital part of the game, granting temporary buffs to help you explore the exciting new feature. We have sent you some delightful dishes. Enjoy. So what do we got there? So a Mediterranean steak with hot sauce, permanent buffs not obtained, max health 40. There you go for the first time if you eat that. Temporary buffs for 30 minutes, 300. That's huge. And pumpkin whisk. So beloved French-inspired soup, celebrating Cajun cuisine. Okay, max health 40 plus 30 minutes. And then we've got the coffee, max health again, and temporary buff 300. So it's obviously in the mailbox. So let's go ahead. Ooh, that's not my mailbox. My mailbox is over here. Where'd it go? It's not there. That's why, because it's in the orders. There you go. So we've got those guys there. But before we suss that out, let's go ahead and see the new building that we're going to need to purchase and make. Okay, so we've got the culinary table there, 3 out of 5, and then the storage counterpart. We're going to need to get some bronze. What do you call it? Bronze thingamajiggies. Nails. So, oh, goodness. Let's just do that again. Okay, so build, yeah, not yet built. So where are we? I need to go to the detail bench. Make a couple of those. So let's just get that done. And, oh man, I didn't even have any bronze. That's not good. So, well, let's go ahead and see if we can actually build the culinary table anyway. Where are you? Let's go ahead and build that. Well, wow, for now I'm going to find a spot for this thing too. So right now, temporarily, I'm just going to stick it there. Well, you know what, let's just, oh no. I've got a thing happening, I've got a theme happening, so I'm going to have to occupy this space up here eventually. So, excuse me, eventually I'll sort that out, because I've got the food stack there as well in the middle, so it just makes sense to put it there for the moment. Can I get through? I can't get through. Whoopsie. So before we suss out, oh, here you go. Look at the look at this. This has changed. So this is fairly new as well. So the icons for your health and whatnot have changed. Okay, so this is what's available in the kitchen as well. So you got ground meat, you got Cherokee bean bread, made in the culinary table. So the culinary table is key for you to make this. So this is basically putting all the raw ingredients together, and then from there you'll be able to what do you call it? Then you'll be able to produce the finished article, so to speak. But then you've got things like wild warming stew, flour. Flour's going to be interesting actually. Flour looks like there's going to be it's actually needed for a lot of recipes by the looks of things. So the ground meat, you got the baked poultry, that doesn't change. Look at that. Then you got mustard. So mustard, Shallow Lake, Ashgrove, Flooded Plateau, Chromite Mine, Interflu, and then the hideouts. You've got the Hop and John, bacon bread pudding, Smithfield ham. Then you got the pumpkin whisk. There's fried chicken. And then look at that, spicy sauce. It looks like a Tabasco sauce bottle. And then wooden sausage, okay? So you have to upgrade these tables as well in order for you to obtain the newer, you know, I guess, food, I guess. Okay, here we go. So that makes sense. So corn and flour makes sense. So we'll craft up a few of those. Let's just do, say, 4 for now. And then we'll take 4, because I haven't got the storage yet, so I'm going to have to take them live. So let's take those 4 again, take 4. And then in order for us to upgrade, we're going to have to upgrade to level 2. So can we upgrade yet? Look, we can, but I'm going to have to upgrade the floor to do it as well. But I don't quite want to do that because I want to bring it over here. So let's just do that real quickly, because I shouldn't have to do that right now. So let's just pop that there for the moment, and let's just grab the culinary table, pop you over there, and then upgrade path for this should be unlockable and accessible. So let's go ahead and upgrade. Wow, that takes 4 hours. Okay, so look, I won't be able to do anything else with that. If I were to finish it up, it's 124 coin. You know what? Let's just do it. Done. Cool. So that opens up bacon, which you can make. And then we've got vegetable mix, which we can obviously make. And then we've got the meat broth. Wow, that's new. Exotic meat. Where did you get that from? That's a tier 5. Alligators. Okay, so we're gonna have to go into the deep water, into the marshlands over there to obtain that sort of stuff. That's huge. And then you got the wooden sausage again. That's another exotic meat. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. So if we go here, so what's been made available to us? So we can make a pemmican. I do want to make the blueberry meat pie, but I don't think we can make anything else at the moment. See, if I had some, water skins, I'd be able to make the pumpkin bouesque, and then everything else you can't really make at this stage. So you're gonna need the meat broth and stuff like that. But I guess this is sort of putting everything, well, making everything come together, right? In order for you to make all this new food. So this is what was in the developer's pipeline. So let's recap on that. They made some changes to food prior, and what I mean by that is they changed out the poultry, so into white meat, which was one thing. Then they changed the tended meats and things like that as well. We've got the cows, so the farming came into it. Okay, so you got all the way that the farming system is set up. So you've got the actual farm plots, you've got the windmill, of course, and then after that you've got the animal mechanic. Okay, so you've got the chickens, which gives you the poultry. You've got the cows that gives you the tender meat, and then now you've got all of this new food recipes, and you're still required to go out and find some of those other key items to make those higher tier food as well. So I guess that's how it sort of all pulls in together, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, but that's how I sort of see it and envision it. But yeah, that's the way it goes, guys. That's how everything has sort of come full circle in a sense. But I would love to make some of this as well. I'm just trying to make sure if I've got enough. So let's go ahead and make one of those. We'll go make one of those. See, look how many berries you need. And that's a rare item now. So you have to actually go up to the north. So you wouldn't be able to find berries in any other sort of other environment. So I actually had so much berries as well, and I actually started using a lot so I can actually make a lot of other foods. But as you can see, they've removed the some of the other general dishes as well. So they've maintained the the corn porridge, the cowboy biscuits, the baked poultry, but you don't have the steak anymore. That's gone. You don't have the pumpkin pie. The bean soup is gone as well. So they've replaced it with other things as well. So just to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea. But we've got that there, and can I make the blueberry pie? Yes, I can. So that's the only thing else, the only other thing I can make for now. Okay, so the wild warming stew, you need some of the ribs there. But I just want to see what's inside this now, because they would have made some changes to all this. As you can see here, ribs and blueberry sauce. So that's something else that we can make later on by the looks of things. So max health, as a permanent buff goes plus 20. So what am I now? I'm 1330. So I should be at 1350, right? So go ahead and use one. 1425. So that gives you the 30 minute 75 buff. So we've got the Cherokee bean bread as well. So that goes up by another 20 as a permanent buff. So I'm guessing if we eat all these one at a time, or however long it might be. I'm actually interested to know this. We've got the cactus drink, so max 10, and then that would be it for that, right? So that gives me the max health of 1570 for the moment. So that's all changed for now. So it's only displaying the temporary buffs. So the temporary buffs are there for like a half an hour, as you can see, but then it shows you that you can get the permanent buff. So let's go ahead and have a look now. Does this change? We've obtained the permanent buff, so that means we can't get that permanent buff again, if that makes sense. So you can only obtain it with different foods, I would imagine. So we've got a different food there, not obtained, right? So you can actually stack a lot of permanent buffs to get your health way over the norm there. So I don't know how you guys want to do that, but strategically saying or thinking, you want to sort of attack the ones that's going to give you the maximum health. I don't know how long this is going to be for. This is permanent, it probably is, but this is quite cool. Permanent buff, 5% damage, 5 plus damage, sorry. So you can start to see there's a lot of interesting things that they've implemented into this game. And then when we saw the teaser in the previous day, that you can see that the player's gun was shooting quite quickly. Now that's going to actually help in terms of large-scale quests, especially if you're going into over the deep water. How you can get a barrage of enemies coming at you all at once, and the fact that if you can actually shoot quicker, then you'll be able to dispatch those enemies in a quicker fashion, therefore using less durability on, say, weapons, clothing, armor, heals, and all that sort of jazz. So I'm guessing that's sort of going to come into play. But this is a really good starting point for the buff system, and I've been calling out buffs for a very long time. And I know the devs do watch my videos. I would still like to think that they do, and if you guys are watching, the next thing I would love to see is a temporary buff that allows you to mine and extract more ore if you eat certain things. Okay, so whether it's a slower or the same amount of duration, actually I'd like to say it should stay as the same, but instead of getting 3 per node for, say, like an iron, chromite or whatever, double it or triple it depending on what buff you're using or what food that you're using to obtain that. So I'm hoping that could become a thing, and right there, that'll mitigate a lot of the grind to try and get a lot of resources, and especially for things like the Alliance. For a lot of people, I know that's been a very hard grind for a lot of people, myself included. I feel like that will be the gateway to moving that along, and for the rest of the Westland community to catch up to those that have invested that time and effort beforehand. And I go back to the fact, and I say this all the time, anytime that there's a brand new update of anything and a new release of something, the growth progression of that new mechanic, no matter what it is, it's always going to be harder for those people that really apply themselves to get the job done. Okay, and I use the Alliance as the example, right? Because there's so much materials that you need to build all of your buildings and all that sort of stuff and get up and running and all that sort of stuff. But then eventually, later on in life, the developers will eventually relax all that and make it easier for you to obtain all of those buildings and things like that, if we're still using the same example. So this is, I guess, could be another way that they could do it. Not to say that this is going to happen, but I feel like it's a very small hurdle that they could overcome to produce a food option that's going to give you a lot more gathering potential. So that's what I'm thinking, because it doesn't sort of state it in here. There's only just food health buffs. Wow, well, that fried fish gives you a 20 permanent buff increase. But yeah, so, and as you can see, the raw stuff doesn't give you anything. You've got that there as well, and then you've got, well, the salt, which is an ingredient now. So I guess when I take these out, I can't return them back to the storage, the food storage. So I'm going to have to build up my storage container for the ingredients box, and then that way we can get that sorted out. But yeah, guys, whiskey doesn't do anything either. Yeah, but whiskey doesn't do anything. Well, there you go. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys sort of taken a lot out of that and how you would sort of go about things. I guess the only thing I want to do is see if I can actually find something in the wild. And I'll sort of round off the video here. So I'll just try and find a suitable weapon for me. And I guess I will find that one in there. For now, I'm just going to stick you in there. Let's just get rid of these two. I've been doing a bit of grinding myself just to sort of get a few resources and things like that. Oh, the other thing, I don't know if they rebalance the heals side of things. Now, have they done any of that? So let's go over here real quick. So that goes up to 400. That's 240. That's 900 now. There used to be 600, and that was 600 as well. So have they changed that? I'm pretty sure they have. So let's go over here. So that's 240, 480, 800. So that, I think it has changed. 1200, yeah, that has changed. And 1800 for the rejuvenating ointment rejuvenation. So I'll do those. Now I don't know if any of the older ones have updated. It has. So it has. Okay. So your tier 1 and tier 2, by the looks of things, hasn't changed, nor that of the bandages have changed, because I'm pretty sure they've stayed the same. The ointments have changed. Okay, so that's good. So that sort of now compensates for the fact that we're going to be getting permanent buffs, and we're going to be getting the the additional HP ability as well. So if you wanted to make those purchases, you can. What does that consist of? Buying each of the received dishes, you will gain the following permanent buffs of 195 health. Well, there you go. That's something there for you guys if you were interested, if that's something that does come to your pathway. And then look, you've got the differences in the thermometers as well. So you've got the cold areas, and then you've got the dry desert, which is pretty hot. And then over here, the Bayou and Cypress Wild doesn't have anything there. I think they're probably more of a tamed, what do you call it? More of a tamed environment. Because as I sort of clearly stated, the northern is obviously cold, so it's going to be cold in temperature. So that's going to affect you in one way, and then you've got the hot zone, which is obviously the southern zone. It's going to affect you in a different way as well. So I'd be interested to see real quick what does that look like. And how badly does that reduce your performance, right? Now, I haven't brought any food along with me. I do have the buff sitting there at the moment, but it's only just giving me max health, and it hasn't done anything else for me. But my advice for a lot of you guys, especially if you're further along into the game, try and make as many foods as you can, different varieties and all that sort of stuff, because at least this way you're going to find yourself with some permanent buffs, and you're going to be able to take advantage of those quite quickly. Unfortunately for those that are not that further along, you might be able to get some out of it, but I guess not a lot. So just put that into your mind there. Look at that, wild pickers. Hang on, look at that. That's crazy. What do you drop now though? So you just tender meat. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that made a change of that. Bighorn sheep. What did you drop? I'll take that as well. Interesting. So they have made some changes here with a lot of the animals. That's interesting. So I would assume the same would be for other places too. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get. Oh, hello, burglars and bandits. Get out of my way. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's just take that. Move on. And the black wolf. All right, let's see what you've got. Yeah, just take that with me. Alright, I'm just curious to see what is in the excuse me, in these chests here. Okay. Alright, let's see, was there anything there? No. Alright, let's see what's in here. Alright, so we got some fish, that was good. You know what, I'll take all of that, to be honest. Alright, Mr. Burglar. Get the mature doggy out of my way. That's the shooter. Thank you very much. Actually, I'll take that. And nothing else here. And yeah, I'm just curious to see what we get in some of these chests now, because you can find certain things in. Oh shit! What do we got here? Bloody poachers and burglars and everything else in between. Take that. Okay, so we don't need any of that. I'll take that because that's what I was looking at before we got attacked there. But yeah, guys. Excuse me. I should have brought a pickaxe with me. That was a lost opportunity, a missed opportunity for me on my part. But otherwise, I am pretty happy with this. I just hope that enemies aren't as tough either. So I hope they're sort of either similar or close to that or the same. I'm not too sure, but look, let's hope they're not. Because actually for me, this has really come at a good time. In my previous video, I did my first run of the cultist camp, so I sort of want to try and get back into that and see if we can actually conquer it and finish it off. And yeah, because I'm pretty much there. I'll take this roll. I'll take all of that. I don't know whether or not there's anything else that's been rebalanced here, but so far so good. I'm pretty happy with everything so far, guys. Actually, you know what? I was able to take that out, and normally I should be finishing. Oh, sorry, I should be completing this little mini side quest thing so I can open that. So I don't know whether or not that's an exploit or that's something that needs to be sorted out. Okay, we got that. So yeah, I'm interested to do some of these events now to see what we get out of it. So I'm definitely going to be heading back home and see if we can actually get that done too. But anyway, that's going to be for another time. I think I've done a lot today with this, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Pretty much a full comprehensive guide on foods and buffs and things like that as an initial look-in, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. So let me know by hitting the like button and commenting down below. Let me know your thoughts. Please share if you can, and if you guys are new to the channel or not and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright guys, take it easy, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.